Good evening. Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. Tonight, if you enjoyed that Prayer to 2023 soundtrack challenge from its 80s and movies, wait to get a load of this one. Much more varied answers. And probably no Predator 2 tonight, but we'll wait and see. Maybe some Predator will sneak in here. Who knows? I haven't gone over this yet. I just got the questions. We'll just come up with what we come up with, and that's what we got. So, for those not familiar, Miss 80s Movies and Music on YouTube, like and subscribe to her, please. Every year she puts out the soundtrack challenge for the year, and this is this year's questions. Let's take this journey together, shall we? First, let's welcome the chat. We have Big Al Presents. Fly, Birdman, fly. Yeah, that was Janice did that to me when I flew back home from Portland one time. Thank you for that memory, Big Al. But moving right along. David Penzak, good evening, Birdman. Hope all is well with you. Things are good. Things are okay. How are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. Anyways, first question. I don't like this question. Miss 80s, how dare you ask me this question? How many soundtracks did you purchase last year? How the hell am I supposed to know that? You think I keep up with this stuff? I don't even know what I have half the time. I have no idea how many I bought. I'm pretty sure it's over 200. I think it might be over 300. I'm pretty sure it's under 400. So pi square root divided by John Williams' birthday times Jerry Goldsmith's age comes up with, I don't know, I bought what I bought, and that's what I bought. But definitely more than 200, maybe over 3. I'm pretty sure it's less than 4. That's the best I got for you. Otis soundtrack / score. I've got the score to Wings from 1927 by J.S. Zamecnik. Zamecnik. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, it was a 1927 film. I think it was the first Academy Award winner. It was released from La La Land Records not too long ago. It's sold out now, though, but you can find it on eBay for reasonable prices. Newest soundtrack. Let me see what the most recent eBay purchases. We'll go with those. I think that's fair. Let me find the eBay. Here we go. Okay. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Most recent purchases, plural. Dr. Zhivago from Maurice Jarre. 1492 from Vangelis. Lion of the Desert by Maurice Jarre. Doctor Who Series 7 by Murray Gold. The Hours from Philip Glass has finally gotten an LP release. I got that on LP. Laws of Attraction by Edward Muir. I probably mispronounced that. Distant Thunder by Maurice Jarre. Almost an Angel by Maurice Jarre. And then on Discogs, I just got Fatal Attraction by Maurice Jarre. I've been on a Maurice kick this past few days. I feel like I ordered something else. Yes, La La Land had a sale. I got all 4 seasons of The Flash by Blake Neely on CD. And I think that's everything from this past weekend. I was kind of busy. It was payday. Like, things have been crazy. I may have gone off the deep end a little bit, but it's all good. So, preferred format to collect and why? This is a very good question. It's 80s. Blonde, redhead, brunette, they're all good. It's not the outside, it's the inside that counts. And as long as you're a fine film score, I don't care what format you're in. It's all good. It's all music, as long as it's good. CD, LP, cassette, okay, maybe not as fun. I guess cassettes would be like the blondes of music. Yeah, they're fine, and I'm just not a big blonde person. But, if that's what you got, it's what you got. And it's the inside that matters, right? I have more CDs than anything else. I probably have over 400 LPs, I'm guessing. I listen to a lot of music on YouTube. I buy more CDs. CDs are easier to store. They're easier to transport. I can listen to them in my car. So I guess preferred would just be CDs for that reason. There is more intimacy with LPs, though. It's a much more deliberate listening experience. The warmth on an LP is more than what it is on the CD. And it's YouTube. You know, it's not yours. You're just kind of like eavesdropping on someone. So, is that an answer? I don't know. Maybe it is. Favorite soundtrack label? Again, back to my blonde, brunette, redhead thing. I don't care about what label's on it as long as you give me a good soundtrack score. How about least favorite? I'm going to go with Concord because you gave me that abortion of an Indiana Jones box set. Who the fuck did that? Needs to be fired. Damn you, Concord. I'm sure you've done some good things, but that Indiana Jones box set fucking sucks. You should be ashamed of yourself. But I appreciate the extra music, so thank you for that. All right. Favorite soundtrack that has music and songs? I'll go with Transformers. Not that Michael Bay garbage. No. That the only real Transformers movie from 1986 with Leonard Nimoy and Robert Stack and some other people. Yeah, I'll go with that. Transformers movie from 1986. Soundtrack triple dip, something I have on multiple platforms. Or multiple copies. How about that? I just completed the trilogy of the Missouri Breaks. I have, what is this, like a Kirksland, a Versailles Band, and is it an Entrada? I don't know. I've got all three of them. Close Encounters. I think I have every copy of Close Encounters and E.T., which is more than three. More than three. I'm above three on all those. Star Wars, above three on all those. Empire, Jedi, yep. What else do I have multiple copies of? You know, I probably have multiple copies of some random score that I don't even know what it is. And one day when I finally actually organize everything, I'll be like, oh, hey, I had this. Oh, hey, I got another one of these. Oh, I got another one of these. And I'll just have to disperse them to the community. Soundtrack from a milestone year. What is a milestone year? Could this year be a milestone year? I guess, maybe. Star Wars came out in 1977. I was 3. It was the first movie I saw in the movie theater. Last Crusade, 1989. I graduated from 8th grade and started high school that fall. And Black Rain, 1989. My first Hans Zimmer score that I stood up and took notice of. And I'm like, hey, I like this. This is cool. Another mouse. You know, the Empire of the Sun score from John Williams. Very important to me. Although I did not acquire it until years after it came out. I'm not sure that qualifies. But if we play fast and loose with the rules, sure, why not? Right? Yeah, sure. Okay. Favorite soundtrack from childhood? Star Wars. I mean, it's Star Wars. I mean, what else can I say? It's Star Wars. I remember watching Superman on HBO and running out in the yard with like a blanket tied around my neck, pretending to be Superman. I mean, didn't we all do that? I'm sure we did. Of course, the Indiana Jones scores. The score from Die Hard, that stuck out in my brain. Gremlins stuck out in my brain. I'll go with those. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Superman, Die Hard, Gremlins. I think those are good choices. Best soundtrack, opening title track. I'm going to go with Predator 2. I will go with Predator 2. You know, Alan Silvestri took everything you love about the first one, dumped it in a blender with some Red Bull and some wacky pills, and then just poured it into your eardrums in Predator 2. You gotta love Predator 2. God bless Predator 2. Favorite closing credit music? See above answer to previous question. Best movie love theme? Yeah, that's a hard one. The Portrait from Titanic, I know people will probably be like, what about My Heart Will Go On? Fuck that song. Who cares? The Portrait from Titanic has strong sentimental meaning to me. Jane Eyre by John Williams, all day, every day. Marion's theme's not really. Is Marion's theme a love theme? Yes, no, kind of, sort of, maybe. I'm gonna go with Marion's theme. I think Marion's theme is my favorite singular piece of music from all the Indiana Jones films. Would be Marion's theme. If I had to pick one piece of Indiana Jones music that I can only take one piece of Indiana Jones music to a desert island for the rest of my life, it would not be the Desert Chase. It would not be the Mapper McDawn. It would not be the Miracle of Ark. It pains me to say all these things, but it would be Marion's theme. So, Marion's theme. So, favorite love theme. I'll go with Portrait from Titanic from James Horner, Marion's theme, and then all of Jane Eyre, every last bit, Jane Eyre from John Williams. Favorite soundtrack to relax to? What is relaxation? I don't know how. I don't even know how to relax. Maybe I do. I don't know. If I'm home and it's a rainy morning and I'm just piddling around the house, probably folding laundry, the Accidental Tourist finds its way to the LP player more often than anything else. So maybe the Accidental Tourist? Probably so. Yeah, I'll go with that. Soundtrack to get me motivated. According to my yearly YouTube stats, I listen to the Desert Chase from Raiders of the Lost Ark a lot, and the Jungle Chase from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull a lot, and the Slave Children's Crusade a lot from Temple of Doom. Something about Rambo 2. I really love Jerry Goldsmith's score to Rambo 2. There's really not like a slow piece on that entire score. God bless Jerry Goldsmith and Rambo 2. And while we're on the subject of twos, let's go back to Predator 2. Always liked Predator 2. What else would get me motivated? Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan, James Horner. Stealing the Enterprise, Star Trek 3, also James Horner. I guess it's like, what am I being motivated for? Like it's 5 a.m. and I've got to get going. Do I need to sit down and write like a school paper? Do I need to get some housework done? Like, what am I being motivated for? Yeah, more questions than answers. It's funny how life works that way. Let's go back to chat real fast. David Penzak says, gotta love those Birdman calculations. Yes, everyone does except for my bank account. Cinematic Sound Radio with Eric Woods in the house. He says Predator 2. Yeah. Predator 2. Favorite TV theme or soundtrack? Well, let's go back to childhood. I remember the theme to Magnum, A-Team, Star Trek, Riptide, Knight Rider. Yeah. But favorite. Battlestar Galactica, Bear McCreary, all 4 seasons. Yes. All day, every day, any day ending in a Y. Bear McCreary, Battlestar Galactica, all 4 seasons. I would like more music to come out. La La Land, if you're listening and you can do it, make it happen. Do a box set. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. But yeah, Bear McCreary, Battlestar Galactica. Underrated 1980s score. Underrated means different things to different people. And what circles are we running in? I think in John Williams circles, Accidental Tourist is highly regarded, but I think in general audiences, it's probably like completely forgotten about, and that's a shame. It's a beautiful, beautiful score from John Williams. Definitely in my top 10. That's a Birdman 10, by the way, not like an actual Arabic numeral 10. Totally different. I enjoy Heart Beeps from John Williams. I don't think that score gets any love from hardly anyone. Monsignor is good from John Williams. Overlooked, I think, a lot. It's got a very pretty horn in it. What else is an underrated score from the 1980s? I don't know, because like the circles that I run in, like we love all scores, and it's hard to think of something that's just overlooked. Because if person A came along and said, "What about the blah 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 score, the blah 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 thing?" I'd be like, "You're absolutely right. That's amazing. We need to cherish that even more." Love all film scores. Um, Naturally, there's some that you just gravitate to more than others. It's just like you've got 20 pairs of dress shoes in your closet, and you keep pulling out the same pair of brown monk straps because you just do. Who knows why? You just do, but you still love all the other shoes, right? Yeah, it's same way with film scores. I have a hard time thinking of something that's underrated. Um, yeah, I guess I got nothing there, or nothing that sounds profound. Anyways, my least favorite question. What one title would you keep if you had to sell everything? And by everything, do we mean like every CD, every LP, every cassette tape, everything, everything? Um, I'd probably go with Jane Eyre or the Cowboys. I mean, and the Cowboys, not R, and Jane Eyre and the Cowboys. But sentimental possessions. My mother never bought me a lot of CDs. Time I started buying CDs, I was making my own money, so I had to buy my own CDs. My mother has bought me one CD my entire life, and I was in the hospital that summer with mono, and she asked me if I wanted anything from Walmart back when you could buy CDs at Walmart. And I said, they got Braveheart. I'd really like to have Braveheart. And she bought me Braveheart, the only CD my mother has ever bought me. So for sentimental reasons, I would keep Braveheart. That's the original release, not the expanded release, because that's the one my mother got me. Let's see what Eric Woods has to say. Dead Poet Society, underrated. I think that's a good choice. I picked Vibes for my video. If you have not seen Eric Woods' video for his soundtrack challenge, it is an hour and 12 minutes that feels more like just 5 minutes. It's very entertaining, informative, well worth checking out. He's got a lot more information in his than I have in mine, and he's even got special effects on the screen and sound clips. So good job, Mr. Eric Woods. I don't think Dead Poet Society is underrated, though. I think that's one of Maurice Jarre's prominent scores. I think if most people had to list 10 scores from Maurice Jarre, they would include Dead Poet Society. The film was a phenomenal success. Summer of 1989. It got a soundtrack release. It's been reprinted a few times with some other things, bits and pieces thrown in on it. I don't think Dead Poet Society is underrated at all. That's my opinion. Just my opinion, for what it's worth. Yeah, so Braveheart, the one CD, Braveheart, a white whale that took forever to get. Well, I'm trying to get the Elmer Bernstein 10 Commandments box set. What's stopping me? About $400 that I'm going to spend that one single month to buy like one title. That Fellowship of the Rings complete recordings on LP. What's stopping me from getting that? I don't know, $1,500 to $2,000 $500 is stopping me from getting that. I wish someone would release the unreleased John Williams film scores, stuff from like the late 50s, early 60s. Gidget Goes to Rome, Daddy-O, Sergeant Riker, I Passed for White. It's just all those movies that no one remembers. I want those on CDs. Sugarland Express, the only Steven Spielberg, John Williams work to not have a soundtrack release. Why? Why has that not happened? Can we not have that? I guess those are my white whales. I do plan to get the 10 Commandments box set sometime this year. I just need a month where I'm not buying as much, like softer, quieter months, get that this year before the year's out. Soundtrack I'm still on the hunt for. See the Above, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, complete recordings on LP. 10 Commandments box set. I recently came across Mark Isham's Once Upon a Time, Volumes 1, Volume 2. I think it was just released as a promo. It's like 3 figures on the eBay. I like to add those to the collection. The Hannibal TV show from several years back, there's like, I think a total of 8 soundtracks for the show. Each season has 2 releases. The LPs would be neat. They're getting kind of pricey. I can probably live with these, to be honest. That's like on my watch list. I want to finish my Fernando Vasquez collection. I think I need 20 CDs. I want to expand the Mark Isham and the Maurice Jarre collection. I want to finish the Jerry Goldsmith. I probably need like 30 titles to have a complete set of Jerry Goldsmith. I've got complete John Williams. I would like to complete James Horner. I'm not sure what I need for James Horner. I like to complete John Ottman. Yeah, I guess I got a couple things out there. Let's see. Eric says he rarely hears people talking about Dead Poets Society. Really? I've always thought it was one of Maurice Jarre's prominent scores of all time. I'd put up there with Lawrence of Arabia, Dr. Zhivago, Dead Poets Society, Gorillas in the Mist, Witness. To me, that's how I think about it. Maybe I'm an outlier. And he says, thanks for the compliments. No problem. Everyone, if you're subscribed to me and you're not subscribed to Eric Woods, like, how'd that happen? I mean, really, he's Neiman Marcus to my Nordstrom's rack. Come on, people. Like and subscribe. Eric Woods, Cinematic Sound Radio. Last question. Tag someone. I will tag Cue the Music, Big Al Presents, and Ian Clark said he's going to do one of these. Get it done, Mr. Ian Clark. But I would like to see David Penzak do one of these. Make it happen, my friend. We all want to hear more from you. I would love for you to do a video this year on the 2023 Soundtrack Tag Challenge. Thank you, Miss 80s, for coming up with these questions this year. It didn't take as long as I thought. There's no movie this week on Wednesday. I'm thinking March, life will return completely to normal. Eric, Nee, and I are discussing bringing the Batman show back. Hopefully this weekend. We're shooting for it. People have schedules and lives, and trying to get everything to jive sometimes is difficult. But I'm hoping, for those who do not know, my stepfather died about 2 weeks ago, and my mother has to move by the end of the month. So getting her moved, I have to make room in my house for like a whole new room's worth of furniture. So that's not easy because I'm kind of maxed out on space. How much room does a single man need with 8 dogs? Apparently about 3,000 square feet at this point, but I only have 2. So we just got to make it work. But I hope you enjoyed this year's answers. Maybe next year's will be different. I don't remember last year. I'm sure Jane Eyre and the Cowboys came up. But take care, adopt, don't shop, keep listening to great film music. Subscribe to Eric Woods. Check out everyone else's videos. Subscribe to Miss 80s. And we will see all of y'all very soon.